Do you know what's crazy? Like, people really feel... People are really mad, men in particular, at the fact that, like, you're sexy, but you don't want to fuck. Or you're not easy to fuck. Like, guys are really upset about that. Because apparently, sex appeal equates to availability. This is why this world is, like, just makes me sick. Because it's... Things are so overly sexualized that people... they view everything as a sex symbol. And goddess energy, I mean, even if you think about Aphrodite, she's like standing naked. Like, all the images of Aphrodite is like the old school ones, or like the Greek goddesses or whatnot. They're naked. But because they're white women, it's not offensive. And I feel like when you're black and you're voluptuous, people expect you to cover yourself up because it makes them, it triggers something inside of them. Like, another guy's sexual or lustful urges has got nothing to do with a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because even the breast, like, I don't see breasts as a sexual, like, thing. I think your ass and your vagina, like your lower region, to me, that's your sexual organs, like your genitalia. That, when you demonstrate that or you show that off, to me, that is like wanting to show someone that you want to have sex. But like, if, you know, I don't really understand the whole, like, why people are offended by cleavage, because I just think of femininity, I think of nurturing, I think of the empress. You know, most empresses have a nice pair of tits. It's like, even in tarot cards, the lovers, they're naked, and the star, naked body, like with the boobs like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy. You know when somebody's on a lustful, low vibrational energy, because they can only see things in a lustful, low vibrational way. Like with me, I'm an artist, so I think the way that I view the feminine body is just different. And because a lot of research when it comes to gods and goddesses, a lot of the artistry and the depictions are like women naked, you know, and that's why a lot of my artwork is naked, because to me, it demonstrates vulnerability, like how the star card is naked and how the Adam and Eve was originally naked. So like, everything I do is from a spiritual, high vibrational goddess concept, but low vibrational people, they don't understand it, and they get upset because what's really happening is you're triggering their inner lustful demons, and they can't exercise them on you because they know that deep down inside you're not a whore, you're not a thought. So that's what angers them, because I guess you have that sex appeal to kind of be portrayed as one, but you're not, you know, because that is just crazy to me. Like, I always describe it as like the the Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion WAP video versus Beyonce's Already video. You know, one video was on the Disney Channel. The other one, people were petitioning for it to get taken off the fucking, like, the, you know, platforms and stuff. I just, to this day, I still haven't watched the WAP video because I can't watch, you know, somebody singing about fucking whores and shit. But those two videos, the reason why I like to put them from the clips that I have seen, and obviously I've watched the Beyonce video, is that the Beyonce's was very sensual and very goddess-like, and there was a lot of power and like richness in that video, and there was a lot of like powerful kind of messages, whereas like the Cardi B video was just literally about talking about fucking and whores and shit, and being extremely vulgar. And that's the difference. There's a thin line, I guess, between sexual objectification, being vulgar, and sensuality. Like, people don't really... There's a thin line between it, but low vibrational people can't see that concept. Like, because I'm so much into my culture and into my roots and everything, like, there is a lot of like African tribes, and not even in just indigenous tribes, you know, all over the world, that don't have their boobs out, and they cover their genitalia because that's where the sexual organs is. That's where it's inappropriate. But there are tribes with women's with their boobs out because it's not seen as a sexual thing. It's kind of like women can't even take their tits out to feed their children. To me, something that naturally fills with milk that was made to feed a child is not a sexual thing. And so I kind of feel like when people try to project and make you feel like, you know, you're a thought or you're some type of way because you have cleavage, to me, that's just insanity. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I can understand if you got your pussy out on the internet, or if you're going up and down a pole, or if you're advertising yourself in a sexual way, like, fuck me. But I don't see the connection. As an artist, as somebody who does a lot of independent research, as somebody who's got a lot of images of deities that have their chest out, even like in the Hindu culture, I'm sure, I can't remember, but I'm sure Kali is depicted with her chest out, but she's got like a lot of things around her neck. I'm not 100%, but I know I have a picture of Kali somewhere, that Hindu goddess. Like a lot of goddesses, you know what I mean? It's so this is what I'm trying to say. Like the low vibrational people, I just really don't understand them. Like, I just don't, because I just feel like if your mind is filled with corruption, that's how you're going to view things. There's a difference between cleavage and someone being half naked on the fucking internet. And again, I'm an artist, so I see the female form in an artistic way, but I know the difference between pornography and a beautiful sculpture. Like, do you know what I mean? So it just baffles me. And it's crazy because I was being trolled by someone, and in the end I found out they wanted to fuck me. And I was like, well, that's what it is. And this is what I always say about envy and hatred. It's like when someone loves you and hates you at the same time, it's an illogical emotion that a person has for you. The things that they love about you are the things that they hate. And I brought this up in a reading the other day when I was saying that, I said people are going to be trolling you, but it's because they either want you or they want to be you or some shit. And then I was saying it's kind of like that old school, 733 as I said that. It's like that old school concept where, like, treat them mean to keep them keen, where someone is mean to you, like when you're like 5, 6, 7 fucking years old, and then you find out it's because the boy fancies you. That's why he's being mean. It's not cute. Like, if you want to fuck someone or somebody turns you on, just say that. Like, I don't understand why men feel like they have to beat you down because they're upset because they can't fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. I think that there's a lot of sexy and attractive women that have a lot of high standards, and men are being left with the scraps, and they're upset about that. A true empress, a true queen is going to be somebody that has all the attributes in one. That's what the empress is. She's all the queen in one. All the queens in one. So that means that she is the queen of wands. The queen of wands is someone who's sexy as fuck. The queen of cups, I'm sure the Cancer rules the breasts. I'm sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know that I read somewhere that Cancerians tend to have, voluptuous boobs because they represent the mother. And the mother is a nurturer, therefore her breasts are full. There's a deck that I wanted to get, but I don't have it yet. But it's like the Empress is depicted with like several breasts. So this whole like people trying to make me feel some type of way because I have cleavage, it's just not going to work because my mind is too much on a high vibration. I don't see that the same way that you do. I'm not a lustful person, so I can't. You know what I mean? How I see vulgarness and thoughts and people objectifying themselves and goddesses that are just beautiful and sensual is just different. But it's like, that was confirmation for me because I channeled that message the other day. And then at the end, the guy, he said some like sexual shit, but he was trying to come at me in the first, like he tried to come at me on someone else's page and then came on all my page and was like trolling all my videos. And it's like, well, if you didn't like the way I looked, you wouldn't be on all my videos. Like, and then in the end, he said something sexual. And I'm like, yeah, that's what the fuck I thought. Just say that. I just don't understand men like that. And I don't understand women either that are like envious and be trolling. Like, I just don't get it. And I don't understand the whole lustful thing. I think it's really sad because I think that when you are voluptuous, or when you, like, it doesn't matter what you wear. Because even with me, like, when I go out on the street, nobody has ever said that I dress like a fool. I remember one time one guy told me that I dress like I'm somebody's wife. Because when I'm outside, when I leave my house, you know what I mean? I have a beautiful sense of dress. Like, I'm always getting stopped for my hairstyles and the way that I dress. I get referred to as a Nubian goddess or a black queen. One time, this black man who with dreadlocks, he actually stopped me and told me that, like, he was so in love with my style. He said, it makes me proud to be a black man, because he doesn't see much black women walking around dressed like the way I was dressed. And I was just wearing a maxi dress, some bohemian style dress, and my hair was in twists with like gold in it. So I know how to fucking dress. Like, when I'm at home in the comfort of my own home, when I'm wearing a little top, like, people get so offended. Like, I'm a tiny person. Like, my boobs spill out of most of my tops because I like my clothes to fit, because my waist is so small, you know. And unfortunately, like, I remember one time, me and this girl, we wore the exact same top, but she was flat chested. So on me, it looked, you know what I mean? My tits were spilling out, but on her, it looked normal. But obviously, for me, people are going to say something. But it's like, I really don't care. Like, that's why I continue to, you know, I'm not going to cover myself up, my chest up, because it offends people. If you can't control your lustful thoughts, then that's on you, my nigga. If you can't see my aura, you can't see me as a divine feminine, that says more about you than it does about me. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I just wanted to make that point, because I know that person is still watching me. I know that people always like to say stuff, but like I said, I feel like people really need to connect with thyself and do more research. Like, I'm obsessed with like tribes and things, and that's why I don't know, man. I feel like I just need to be on an island somewhere where I can have a coconut bra and just be able to just be in my true natural form without people like objectifying or sexualizing, when the deep-rooted issue is that they're just mad because they can't fuck or get access. It's almost like, how dare you present your beautiful body but not want anybody to touch it or to fuck on it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, women are not here to satisfy your needs visually. Those are for the fots and the strippers. Like, they will show you pussy and get money for it. Like, that, you go to the strip clubs for that. I ain't on here shaking ass and shit and shaking tits. Like, I'm just out here just reading. And if my physique makes you feel uncomfortable, you don't need to watch me. But like, this whole like trolling people and like making accounts just to kind of attempt to make someone feel less than. And for me, it's not even that. It's mainly like, if somebody who I feel is supporting me and they're like agreeing with the comment, or they're like allowing someone to disrespect me on their platform, that's what I don't fuck with. Because it's kind of like, I'm kind of tired of like my subscribers or people that support my channel be just randomly turning on me. Like, if you don't like me, you don't have to be here. Because it's always the people that I support or that I feel like fucks with me, they're the ones to turn around in a heartbeat and be disrespectful. And I feel like the main reason is because niggas are jealous. Like, you can't shout someone out without somebody taking it personal. And same niggas that be in your DMs be on all other bitches' pages and shit, saying the same shit to them. But they want to act like women are thoughts. It's like, well, you're on every bitch's page, like, licking their ass. And because you're not getting the attention, you're getting mad about it. Like, people are really insane to me. I feel like, you know, you need to get right with the divine. Like, you know, being fine and creative and intuitive and just having many gifts and talents is just a threat to people. It's just a threat. You can't, it's a threat to be sexy and be creative or be intelligent. Like, that's why I'm so thankful for my friend. Like, I recently made friends with somebody and she's so voluptuous, it's crazy. She is a full-figured woman and she's a fucking scientist. She works for NASA. But like, most people would probably look at her and chat some dumb shit. But it's like, bitch, I'm fucking doing big things. I could potentially be a fucking astronaut. What the fuck are you doing with your life? You're on the internet trolling people who look like me. but I've got fucking brains, bitch. Like, I'm a fucking, like, do you know what I mean? So this is why I feel like people are mad. People are mad because it's like, you're intelligent and you're creative and you're sexy. It's like the audacity. Like, go talk to the thought bitches. The bitches that pay to get their ass and their tits done just so that you will look at them. Go talk to them bitches. They're easy, gal. They want that type of attention. The naturally sexy women, we're just out here just being sexy. Don't hate. Like, appreciate, my nigga. Especially when you're dealing with somebody who's got a lot of Empress or Libra energy. Like, we can bless or curse your lives just by interacting with you energetically. Not intentionally, but energetically. Learn how to fucking respect people. You know what I mean? If people done more research and they connected more with Mother Nature and more of their natural selves, they wouldn't be so fucking offended. But it's people's own inner demons. That's all it is. People are just upset because they can't fuck you. And they don't know how to talk to you. That's why they comment on the way that you look. They don't know how to converse. They don't know how to have an intellectual conversation. They don't know how to do that. Because when they look at you, they see sex because that's all they think about. So that's all they can communicate. You know what I mean? That's not my problem. Or for the women that are envious, they want to look like you, but they don't. So that's what they focus on. It's like, you know, if you're not here for a reading or if you're not here to support, then you don't need to be here. Not to say that you can't find a reader attractive. I mean, of course, but you know what I mean? It's either you're going to tell someone they're sexy, they're beautiful, you like what they do, or you're gonna like fucking bust out. But the people that be like hateful and shit, like, just say that. Just say like, I want to fuck you and I know that I'll never have a chance with you, so it's making me a bit a bitch. Or just say that like, I'm a flat titty bitch and I wish I had tits like you, and whenever I see tits, it winds me the fuck up. Like, just say that. Like, people are so insecure. This is why I don't fucking believe in religion and shit. Especially that fucking Muslim culture. No offense to anybody who's religious, but I'm just saying, to me, that's all designed from an insecure man. Like, cover your hair, cover your whole entire body, walk around, you know, like, I mean, you're feminine. What woman wants to walk around with straight clothes on, looking like a fucking man in a fucking, like, fucking apron type uniform? Because somebody doesn't want them looking at their woman. But then the same man that doesn't want you looking at their woman is looking at every other bitch. That's crazy to me, that women have to continue to cover up their beauty because it offends or triggers the demons in other people. Like, control yourself.